Hey everybody, this is Preezy. Check out my website at www.listenuplistening5687.com. That's www.listenuplistening5687.com. You ready to chit chat and all of that? You ready to vent, let it out? Well, come on now. Come on, collab with Preezy. Come on and be on Listen Up, Listen In as a guest. Contact me at 718-354-8405. 718-354-8405. You can also contact me by email, listenuplistening5687@gmail.com. One more time, listenuplistening5687@gmail.com. Let's get it.
Do you have a passion project you want to bring to life? Let Jamila Adams at Your Service help you. Jamila Adams at Your Service was created to assist businesswomen 40 plus by bringing their passion project to life through website design and marketing. Visit her website, jamilaadamsatyourservice.com, and register for a free 30-minute consultation. Remember, you have a voice. Use it.
Tanya, you ready?
Listen up, listen in. 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 Thanks for tuning in. Let's have a conversation. Talking worldwide, it don't matter your location. What you going through and the topic may have relation. Let's get some motivation. Swap out education. Every Friday we heal, laugh, improve, and grow. Put some nutrients in your mind, give you food for the soul. I know you pumped and preparing for your weekend and low. Might as well join the discussion and tune into the show.
Hey everyone, welcome to listening. I don't forgot what I was getting ready to say. Listen up, listen in. I'm so happy that my guest is here. Thanks everybody for tuning in. And I got a real special guest for you guys today. Hey, listen, let me tell y'all something about me, first of all. You know, I like to laugh and joke all the time and have fun. And it's a difference of making like 5 or 6 people laugh. But when you can make a whole crowd and thousands of people laugh, you got a gift and a talent. And that's who I have here today. I have a beautiful young lady here. She's a comedian. She's an actress, a singer, promoter, and producer. And I am so happy that she's on Listen Up, Listen In. I got so excited I forgot the name of my show. But anyway, I want to introduce y'all to comedian Ms. Arkansas. How you doing, ma'am? What's going on? Yes. Girl, I done messed up. I said I'm at listen. Everybody
yeah, that was funny. You know, when you get excited, stuff like that do happen.
Yeah. So before I even start, how's your day today?
Well, you know, anytime you above the ground is a good day. That's
right. Amen on that. Yes.
Yep. I figure if God wake you up, you can deal with anything else.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I know about you. I've watched your shows on YouTube and I'm laughing and cracking up, but my audience needs to know who is comedian Ms. Arkansas, how you got started. Just tell us all. I can't wait. I'm shutting up. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Well, who is comedian Miss Arkansas? First of all, I am Cynthia. And I became comedian Miss Arkansas because over many years ago, I got in some trouble. And let me bag that up. I was Miss Arkansas before I got in that trouble.
Yes. Right.
I was living in St. Louis, Missouri, and I was doing like little talent shows everywhere. And I'm trying to take little out of my mouth because I feel like God want me to take little out of my mouth. So let me say that again, too. I was doing talent shows everywhere, and I happened to do one in St. Louis, Missouri. And some friends of mine was with me. And the people were saying, what name you want us to put on the paper? And I was getting ready to say my name. And one of my friends hollered out, Miss Arkansas. So when she put that on there and I performed or whatever, I just stuck with it. So my friend Annette started calling me comedian Miss Arkansas. And I was like, what other state to represent than my own? So that's why I became Comedian Miss Arkansas.
That's cool. Wow.
Short and sweet, just like me.
There you go. There you go. That's what's up. Now, you know, it's real hard to make somebody laugh. How did you even discover this talent? Like, what made you say, you know what, I'm funny, and I want to let the world know?
Well, my father, I have to shout him out. May he continue to rest in peace.
Yes.
I feel like he inspired me to be the comedian I am on today, because my dad used to, oh my God, work so hard. He worked all the way up until the day he passed away. But he used to get paid, and on Friday he'd go to this liquor store and cash his check every Friday. I never forget, from a little kid. And he'll get him a little half a pint of Heaven and Hill, that's some liquor, and he'll cash that check, and he bring mama the rest of the money, because she'll take her home and whatever she need to do. But she go and do her thing, hang out with her friends or whatever. He stay at home and he sip on that little half a pint, and by the time he almost done with it, baby, he telling jokes.
Wow. Yeah.
And he'll be in the front yard, and when I tell you, people from all parts of the neighborhood will come in our yard, I picture it now like one of the comedy clubs, you know, just wasn't in no building. Every Friday they would come out there just to hear my dad tell jokes and talk stuff.
Wow.
And it was so amazing, and I felt like he could have been with like Richard Pryor, Red Fox and them, but you know, by him and my mom having 10 of us, he had to work a real job.
Right.
Not saying comedy ain't no real job,
Right.
but I'm saying one you gonna get paid for sure every Friday.
Yes. Wow. Condolences to your father. And,
Oh, baby, he looking down. He ain't going nowhere. He just, you know what I'm saying? The spirit is still with you.
yeah.
And my mom, he passed away because my mom passed.
Wow.
And they had been married 52 years, and the doctor said he passed from, you know, he had other little sickness,
Right.
but the doctor say overall he passed from a heartbreak.
Broken heart. Wow. Yeah. That's
Yep,
something.
so,
Wow.
you know, I
Wow.
just thank God for the years he gave me with him. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I always tell people, like I had told yourself when we met, you know, people always say, you know, if you live right, you'll see them again.
Yes.
But, you know, I've been waiting on Jesus for so long, the one that's helping me and keeping me in my right mind,
Yes.
you know, and blessing me and using me. And, I can write a book on him about what he have done and doing for me. But I think I'm going to be so glad to see him. I'm going to run past Mama and them. You know, I'll be back to see them. I'm going to see him.
That's right, Jesus. Oh, yeah. Oh, they go, Jesus. Wait a minute, Mama. Dad,
Right.
I'll talk to y'all.
I'm a firm believer, you know.
Yes.
So,
Amen.
And like I tell him, you know, in the good book, he say some of us going to still, you heard me say us, some of us
right.
still going to be here when he come back.
That's right.
You know, it's going to be a lot going, but I've been believing since I was a kid that I'm going to be one of the ones here when he come.
That's right. Amen on that. Yes. So you was inspired by your dad. When did you first actually do a show? Like,
well, other than talent shows, my first comedy show was actually, oh God, over 30 years ago.
wow.
I did a show at a place called Cheers in Moreno Valley, California. Cookie Hall, she gave me my first 5 real minutes on her stage. And like I said, when I got up there and did it, oh my God, to see how those people responded, that gave me the courage to continue to go on.
Right.
And I just started hitting stages everywhere because I felt like I was it.
What's that feeling? What's that feeling?
It's a real good feeling, you know, because you never know what someone is going through.
Mm-hmm.
But to see them smile or laugh like that means everything. You know, the money is good, but laughter is better. You know, because that money going to go and come and go. But when you touch somebody's spirit and soul and, you know, bring joy what God want us to do. And y'all that's listening gonna hear God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit all through this interview. Cause out of my 53 years of living, you know, that's where my true help have came from.
Right.
And coming from. So I have to shout them out, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
But like I was saying, cause one time I did a show. Shout out to Monique too. I did the Apollo in Harlem, New York with her. And I thought that stage was my biggest moment, sis, but it wasn't. My biggest moment was when those people was in that long line waiting to take pictures with her and us. And I kind of got out of some of their pictures and I was walking around talking with people. And the young lady, the last person in the line, I felt led to go talk to her and share the goodness of God and what he have done and doing for me. And when I got home, not home, Lord Jesus, when I got back to my hotel room, that young lady had inboxed me on Instagram. I'll never forget it. I even screenshot it to save it. She said, it was my intention to commit suicide until you spoke with me.
Wow.
And I cried like a baby. I say, that's why God waited 30 years for me to go to that Apollo.
Wow.
I didn't understand why it took that long for me to get in that place. Because I had been trying to get in there many times on amateur night.
Right.
But I didn't understand it. But when that young lady said that to me, that brought light and let me understood. That's why God allowed me to go then. And my mother used to always tell us about how God's timing ain't your timing no way. 30 years to me is like 30 seconds to him.
Right. Exactly. Wow.
So people be like, why you ain't did this and why you ain't did that, and if you been doing it that long. And I explained to him, like I just said, God's timing ain't my timing, and you ain't got nowhere to put me or take me from. So you just lay back and enjoy the ride.
Lay back and enjoy the ride. Wow. So how was it working with Monique?
Well, at the beginning, you know, a lot of interviews I was doing at first, I was so angry. I was hot as fish grease or grandma straightening comb at her.
Damn.
So I was snapping and saying things, you know. But now that I've let it go, I can give her hers. You know what I'm saying? When I first met Monique, I had my own show at the Improv in Ontario, California. And I seen she was going to be in town, and I've always wanted to meet her. So when I met her, let me bag it up. I went in there, and by it being sold out, the general manager said I couldn't come in. He's, you know, because they don't allow you just stand around in the Improv.
Right.
You got to have a seat. So he said, Miss Arkansas, I'm sorry, I can't let you in. It's sold out. I said, I can respect that. So I got my little outfit that I had left, and I was getting ready to go to karaoke because I was looking cute.
All right.
And this young lady stopped me. She said, excuse me, are you getting ready to buy a ticket? I said, no, they said they sold out. She said, well, my sister couldn't make it here. God bless you. And gave me a $65 ticket. I'll never forget it, and I'll always be grateful for it. And I walked back in there, and he looked at me like, how did you get in here? But he didn't say nothing to me, you know?
Right.
And I enjoyed this. She had a 7 o'clock and a 9 o'clock show. I enjoyed the show, and once the show was over, the line was like a Six Flag line. I just couldn't line since I'm a comedian, and I was one of the house comedians there. So I walked up to Monique, and all I said was, hi, Monique. I'm comedian Miss Arkansas. And I smiled, and she was like, baby, would you like to do some time on my next show?
Wow.
Baby, I almost fainted. So I did them 5 minutes, and I get a couple of cuss words in, like hell, ass, damn, not no big old major words, but she said she had to come out the green room to see what the hell they were laughing at.
Wow.
And, cause baby, I killed them little 5 minutes. I wasn't gonna play with them. You hear me?
Right. Yeah.
And then, I had another show booked out in Los Angeles, which was real far from where I was living. The Improv was 5 minutes from me, no more than 10. And that man's show, it started real late at night. So Monique had said, baby, come back Sunday and close out my show with me. And that's when I had the show with him. So I contacted him, spoke with him, and asked him, you know, about putting me on kind of last so I could open for Monique and then also make it to his show. Oh, baby, he was acting a butthole, so I told him just cancel my show.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, he wasn't paying me but $100.
Right.
And that was going far. And I felt like this was a blessing for me. So I went and did the show with her, closed out with her. She called me in the green room once we was done. She said, baby, you are amazing. People need to know you. They need to see you. She said, I have a few tour dates coming up, and I'm going to take you on the road with me.
Wow.
She said, nah, it ain't going to pay no whole lot. She explained everything to me. And I was just honored to be a part, you know.
Yes.
And then she said, and here, this ain't no lot, but get you some gas, to put some gas in your car or something. And I opened my hand. It was $100. And I said, look at God. I said, that's the $100 that man was trying to give me to come 40 miles, and I ain't have to go but 5 or 10 miles to get 100.
Wow.
You know, and I wasn't expecting nothing from her but what she had done.
Wow, that's awesome.
And when I did that, she ended up taking me to Chicago to the Improv, 4 sold-out shows. Then we did her residency that she had for a little while in Las Vegas at the SLS Hotel and Casino. And I was blessed to do her first 13 shows. And then after that, that's when I was blessed to go to the Apollo in Harlem, New York with her. And after that, it came to an end.
Oh, man. Really? Wow. It sounded like it was going so good.
It was. You know, sister, sometimes you can let people in your circle and they would try to do anything and everything to replace you.
Oh.
And I feel like that's what happened. But I try to explain to them that you didn't have to throw no shade or do no dirt or stab me in my back to get me to move out the way, because at the end of the day, quiet as it was kept, I was getting ready to move myself anyway, because I couldn't continue to travel with you and hearing you cuss and talk stuff about God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and the church people.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? That was irritating my spirit. It wasn't agreeing.
Right.
And it was so bad, I made me a t-shirt and said, God, all I wanted was a selfie. You know, in other words, don't be mad at me. All I wanted was a selfie. You blessed me to go these places with this lady.
Right. So you decided to go on your own.
Yeah, 1 second, sis.
Okay.
James, I'm on an interview. I'm going to call you right back when I get done, okay?
She'll call you back.
She said she'll call you back.
She'll call you back.
I'll call you back, okay.
You know what I feel like this is? You remember the episode with Rush Hour 2, and they showed the mistakes at the end of the show, and somebody called Chris Tucker, and Jackie Chan said, "You on an interview? You running on tape here."
Well, I've been blessed with like 3 phones, so I just turned the other 2 off.
That's what's up. It's all good.
But I had called him before my interview. You know what I was telling you before I got on here, and that's my helper.
Okay,
and
that's
he'll be all right. We was together for 12 years. We didn't end on no bad note. He older, and when he got ready he told me the day I met him, when I get ready to retire, I'm moving back home, which is Mississippi. And I was like, well, I ain't moving to no Mississippi.
Right.
And he put everything in the U-Haul and moved me to Las Vegas. But that's that's another story.
Las Vegas. Woo!
But sis, when my knee was bothering me, and she told me to come over to the SLS Hotel and Casino that Thursday. And let me bag it up a little bit. Before we went to New York, she said I was going to host. It was just me, her, and this other young lady. And anybody that know Miss Arkansas know when I host, I change wigs, clothes, jewelry, shoes, everything.
Right.
That's how I ended up meeting her, because I had changed and left one of my outfits in the comedy club. And I went over there to get it. But when we get to New York, then that's when I'm hit with the news that I wasn't going to be hosting.
Wow.
So the young lady that was hosting, she tried to do like me. She tried to change her little clothes and all that. It didn't work for real. And I was going to change, but I felt like the dress I had on couldn't be touched, so no need to mess with these other outfits. So all kinds of stuff was going on, you know, and then, oh, sister, I really got to get this.
Get it on up now.
Okay, excuse me, one sec.
Okay.
Hello? Praise God. See, I had to again praises again. I'm sorry, sister.
It's all right.
People calling me, telling me my house is ready.
Nice, yes.
I had to get that one, but I turned my ringer off. I just seen that ringing and saw their name, so I apologize for that.
No, that's okay.
But back to what we was talking about, the young lady tried to do like me. She half tail, like I said, I'm gonna try very hard not to curse, but she tried, she half tail brought me out, and when you don't bring me out properly, I reintroduce myself, but instead of me reintroducing myself, I just said, hold up, Apollo, I gotta give God some praises. I said, I've been trying to get in this place over 30 years on amateur night. I said, but the God I serve said I ain't no amateur, so I'm here, Apollo, and them people went bananas.
Yes.
And everything I said, it was like a roar, and it didn't stop.
Wow.
And when I got done, any comedian, a real comedian, knows when you get done doing your thing, the right thing to do is to say, give it up for that comedian one more time, y'all, whether they did their thing or whether they bombed.
Right.
You still get them people to show them people love, because you don't know if that comedian gonna go home and commit suicide or do something stupid.
Wow.
You know, but if you show them that love, and even though they didn't do good, they'll go and work harder to make sure they do good the next time. But since I did so good, and them people, I believe it because I gave God praises first.
Yes.
But them people, they went bananas. And this young lady, instead of her saying, give it up for Miss Arkansas one more time, y'all, she tried to tell a joke to ride off of my wave, and it didn't work.
Wow.
So she brought Monique on out. Monique came out, did all her extra cussing. Everybody that know I'm not talking about her. Those are facts.
Right.
And she cussed them people out, made them stand up for her. So when she got done, by the young lady being the host, they standing on the stage just talking. She just praising her like I wasn't on the show.
Wow.
So everybody in the back was like, dog, Miss Arkansas, she ain't gonna bring you back out, because they had TVs and stuff back there where you can watch. And in my spirit, I started feeling like, if these people back here feel like that, them people out there in that audience gotta feel like that.
Right.
Sister, when I tell you I walked back out there and them people treated me like I was Whitney Houston or Mary J. Blige or somebody, baby, they started clapping and screaming and hollering and standing up like they was looking for me themselves.
Wow, that's awesome.
And she did not like that. She said, after we got in the back, she said, I didn't appreciate you not allowing me to bring you back out properly. And me being 50, I'm over 59, but 50, you ain't gonna talk to me no any kind of way. I don't care who you are.
Right.
And what you have. So she said, I didn't appreciate you not allowing me to bring you back out properly. So I told her, I said, Monique, you ain't tripping about me walking back out. I say, when we was in Chicago, I walked out. Las Vegas, I walked out. I say, you upset because all I did was walked out and them people stood up, and you walked out and you had to cuss them and make them stand up.
Wow.
And I say, and if you don't do nothing else for me, you have done more than enough.
Yes.
And we went back to that hotel, baby, and guess what? She wrote that check, and I don't know if she slid it under the hotel door or had somebody else to slide it under there. But I opened that envelope and saw it, and she had wrote my name wrong, baby. And let me tell you, I didn't trip. And I heard her tell her people to be in the lobby at 3:30 that morning. My friend Miss Ann had drove from Maryland to be with me, you know, to help me with whatever I needed help with and support me. So I told Miss Ann, I said, you can check out at checkout time. I'm finna get my bag and go down here and see what's going on.
Right.
So I asked that young lady, her helper, I say, how I supposed to get back to the airport? She said, you ain't got Uber or Lyft on your phone? I had to ask God to forgive me. I said, I ain't got Uber, Lyft, or no cash. Right. I had all three. But it wasn't my job to get me back to the airport.
Right.
So she went on her app and got Uber, and they telling her to come on. And she said, well, I'm not getting on there until she get in that Uber. And thank God it was one sitting right there. So I get on back to Vegas. I text her and thanked her again for what she have done and was done with it. So she texts back and say, you coming out Thursday? Sister, I'm thinking she want me to come over there to perform. I go over there. Everybody done went up. She ain't called me up. Then she finally called me in the green room. She said, Miss Arkansas, baby, how you doing? I said, I'm doing all right. She say, what did you think about New York? I said, I had the time of my life. I say, I almost cussed your little friend out a couple of times. Talking about the host. Like that. I said, but it's all good. She said, well, let me tell you what I thought. She said, I've been saying the young lady, but I'm going to say her name. She said, Corey said that your friend, Miss Ann, opened her wine and poured her some and poured herself some and poured someone else some. Now, we've been told that the stuff in the back belongs to everybody, first of all, okay? So she said, and I told her that too. I said, well, I was told that everything in the back belongs to everybody back there in the VIP area. So she ain't say nothing about that. She said, Corey also said that she had a problem with your friend being in y'all green room. I said, hold up, Monique. I said, Corey ain't had no problem with my friend being in the green room. I say she kept asking her to help her with her nap ass hair and them ugly ass outfits. Now, I'm just telling you the truth, sister. I say, and if she had a problem with my friend being in there, all she had to do was say, Miss Arkansas, can you ask her to leave out of here?
Right.
And then she say, right. That's what she said, right. She said, well, I also have a problem because I was told that you put a plate on the table over there by where I was doing my meet and greet, and it had chicken on it. I said, Monique, hold up. I said, first of all, that table was real far from where we was taking them pictures, and everything that you can name was on that table.
Right.
I said, you can't show me now a picture with that plate in it. I said, whoever told you that should have said, Miss Arkansas, do you want this? Or if they notice it's been there that long, they should have just thrown it away.
Right.
I said, you know what? You ain't got to tell me nothing nobody else said. I said, like I told you in New York, if you don't do nothing else for me, you have done enough. And I walked out. And that was on a Thursday. And when I tell you how God worked, I don't wish no bad on nobody. I don't care how bad they do me. But when I walked out that door, baby, the next thing I know, they was in Vegas taking her pictures down off of them marquees like a tornado was coming through there.
Wow.
So I'm telling you, God don't play when it come to his. I ain't do nothing but right by you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. Well.
So you should have got rid of them that was running, telling you all that mess. Because when we was in Chicago going to our hotel room, she looked at me and she said, Miss Arkansas, baby, you inspire me. So I wonder how I go from inspiring you to you not even wanting me, you know?
Wow.
So I was all right with that because I was like, God was removing me anyway.
Yes.
So y'all didn't have to do nothing towards me.
He
Because
does.
at the end of the day, I am
That's
a
right.
child of God, and He gonna protect His own.
That's right. He will remove people that's not right in your life and replace the right ones there. You just gotta pay attention.
Yep, and like I said, sister, I didn't wish no bad on that lady. I didn't go and talk to nobody about that lady. I just looked up and all her pictures was gone, and they said she was no longer at the SLS Hotel and Casino. And when I saw Mr. Tommy, he the owner of the comedy show out in Pleasanton, Tommy T's. And he got one in Cordova or somewhere. He got a couple of them. But anyway, Mr. Tommy know me. Because I did the Bay Area Black Comedy Competition 5 times, and most of them was at his club. And he said, I said, Mr. Tommy, how you doing? He said, I'm doing all right. He said, I lost a lot of money fooling with that lady.
Oh, man.
He said the first couple weeks was lovely. I said, Mr. Tommy, who was on there with her the first couple weeks? He said, you were. I said, you know what, Mr. Tommy? I say, I got out on them streets. I said, I know she got a big name or something. Sometimes them names don't mean nothing.
Right.
People know who I am in Vegas. I lived there when my sister lived there, and her son passed away. She moved back to Arkansas. I stayed there, then I moved to California. I ended up moving back to Vegas. So I'm well known in Las Vegas. So I got out on them Vegas streets and I talked to people. And don't you know, the majority of those folks said they didn't like that hotel or her.
Wow.
They came because of me, sister.
Wow, that's awesome.
And that's why it was packed out them first 13 shows, because I got on them streets and did what I had to do.
That's right.
So like I said, even though they did wrong by me, I didn't do wrong by them. And I find it in my heart that I can say thank you to her for allowing God to use her to do the things she did for me, because she didn't do it on her own.
Right.
God had her to do those things.
Right.
But I still thank her. And one day she gonna realize that Miss Arkansas was the best thing that could ever happen to you.
Yes. So y'all never got a chance to talk again?
No. I called and wished her happy birthday. One of my friends came out to Vegas. That hurt me too. One of my friends came out to Vegas and went to 3 of our shows. She took pictures with him and his wife, danced with him, and all kinds of things. And he passed away. And I tagged her, and she didn't even have the decency to say her condolence with him or nothing.
Wow.
You know, and it shows when people see your stuff. And I saw that she saw it, but she didn't even have the decency to say something.
Wow.
But like I say, I thank her for allowing God to use her to do what she did for me. But overall, God showed me I didn't need her. I needed him. That's
right. Amen on that. Has there been other people that you work with beside her?
I did a show with Ricky Smiley 2007 at a place called Firewaters. It was over 10,000 people there.
Wow.
Shout out to Ricky Smiley.
Shout out to Ricky. Yes, Ricky Smiley.
Come on now, when I tell you, sister, I got a standing ovation, and all that didn't stand out of that 10,000 was either disabled or drunk.
Wow.
But everybody else stood up. And that was funny too, because he said he had spoke to me about what all he was going to do for me too. And when that happened, I didn't hear no more from him. And a lot of time when you funny, people want you to water down your stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But my gift is a gift from God. I didn't have to go to no schools or nothing like that to learn no jokes or learn how to be funny. So my gift is from God, and I'm not going to water it down from nobody. And that go back to Monique too. We was in the green room one night, and we was just laughing and talking in general. And I was telling her about this one comedian. I didn't say the name. I just said it's this one comedian told me don't use no props, because they was going to use props, a big comedian. And she said, baby, if you find somebody trying to tell you how to do your comedy, you don't need to F with them. And sister, that was after the 7 o'clock show. We had a 9 o'clock show.
Right.
We was getting ready to go out there and do that one. She said, Miss Arkansas, baby, can you try merging your jokes together like a story? And the first thing came to my mind, didn't you just tell me? So I just laughed and said, okay. But what she failed to realize, I've been doing comedy over 30 years.
Right.
And when I first started doing comedy, I did stories. But I started shortening up my jokes because I found out I can get more in that little time.
Right, right.
And it's not one-liners, it's just some shorter jokes. And I went out there and did stories, and she looked at me like, damn, no matter how she do it, they love her.
Wow, that's awesome. You find it to be a lot of pressure when you're timed? Like, okay, I know everybody has their time limit. They gotta, do to respect other comedians that gotta come on. But do you feel pressure like, all right, you got like 10 minutes, say what you gotta say? You know what I mean? Is that pressure?
Not me, sister. Cause like I said, I've been doing it so many years, and I know how to do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever many minutes they need me. And if they tell me 10, I'm gonna give them a hot 8.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go and kill in that 8. Now you can give them 2 minutes to somebody else.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? And they can't complain because you did what you came to do for real. And Mr. Tony Spires, Mr. Farishan, I can't pronounce that man's new name to save my life. The one over the Bay Area Black Comedy Competition and Festival. He has said it's best to, kill in less time than to go over.
Right.
And I learned that because one year at the Bay Area Black Comedy Competition and Festival, I always timed myself, record myself. And I noticed I went 27 seconds over.
Right.
And I was sick about it. But, it was an honor to do that competition. And the first year I did it, I had broke my ankle a week before, but I didn't let it stop me. I hopped on down to the Bay Area.
Wow. And
all the comedians was helping me with everything I needed help with. It was just so much love,
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, we all human beings and we go through our ups and downs and outs. And was there ever a time where you just going through something and then you saying to yourself, man, I gotta come out here and make people laugh and I'm not even feeling funny. Like, I'm going through something right now, but you still gotta push yourself. Have you ever experienced something like that?
Well, I've lost all kind of loved ones weeks or months or the day before the show. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But if I've already been booked and they done already gave me half of my money or whatever, I still feel what I'm going through, but at the same time, regardless if I'm feeling good or bad and I got a show to do, I take out me a few minutes and say me a prayer.
Right.
And I always ask God to allow those people to receive me and allow me to receive those people. Then I be like, come on, Lord, let's go on out there. And then I go out there and do what I came to do. Now, I might go to my hotel room or back home or whatever and then get back in my little mood. Yeah. But I don't let them see what I'm going through.
Right. Because I always think about Robin Williams. Like, this guy was out here making people laugh, but he was going fighting his own demons until the demons took over. And it's like, man, you would have never known. Because he out here, and a lot of people hide their deep feelings. Like me, I try to laugh and joke stuff off because I think that laughter really helps a lot. And
it helps me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I could be laying around crying out. I got a son still incarcerated. My baby son is incarcerated.
Yeah.
And, for a while I felt like I was less of a mother. I didn't do my part. And he spoke with me one day. He said, Mama, it ain't your fault. He said, you taught me right from wrong. He said, I chose to go the wrong way. So I'm just trusting that God continue to keep his protective hedge around him and bring him out soon,
Yes.
And then I got comedian friends that is really like family to me. So we laugh and talk and pray and all that stuff. So we might sit in the green room and chop it up for about 10 or 15 minutes before showtime. And that way, if one of us are going through something, you know, the other ones are there for them, and they'll join in the prayer, and we might hug and go on out there and do what we came to do. And sometimes when I ask them, do they want to join in prayer, you always have one that say he an atheist and he don't believe in God or blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And I said, well, you welcome to walk out the room. You know, we're not going to not pray just because you that. And it'd be funny because that'd be the only comedian go out there and bum. I said, I bet he or she pray the next time.
Wow.
So prayer really works, and
yes.
prayer is what helps me when I'm going through and have a show to do. You know, help me if I'm going through or not going through. If I got a show to do, I'm going to do what I came to do. You can guarantee that.
That's awesome. Have you ever had any ups and downs, like getting out there, like you freeze, like, like
I did that only one time out of my comedy career, sister, and the reason that happened because I was dependent on marijuana.
Okay.
I haven't had that over, I used to say 19 years. It's been so many more years now, but I keep telling people 19 years, that's where I'm stuck at. But I haven't had no marijuana. But I remember one show, I couldn't find no marijuana, couldn't find no weed, man. They didn't have dispensaries and stuff then. And I was freaking out, and I messed my show up.
Oh, man.
You know, so I was glad that I gave that up and also gave up alcohol and stuff, because I used to be in the green room and I had to have me some Absolute and cranberry juice and a Budweiser, and then go out there and do what I do. So I could truly say on today, it's been over 5 years I haven't had any alcohol. I know it's been over 19 now that I haven't had marijuana. And before I had got in trouble, I tried coke, and I could truly say it's been over 30 years I haven't had any cocaine.
Awesome. Beautiful.
When my children was growing up, I used to boost, shoplift, steal, whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
I used to do that just to make sure my children had. You know, I didn't take out of people's home or their property or nothing like that. But them stores, I felt like they was mine. They gonna get it back anyway. You know, that's the attitude I had. And right, I got caught a few times, but my mom thought I had a job because I left home every day at the same time and returned at the same time. And I come home with about 5 big old hefty trash bags full of stuff, and 3 of them be for sale. No, 3 of them be for my children. 1 be for sale and 1 be for me. Wow. But I could truly say on today, it's been over 20 years since I put my hand on anything that doesn't belong to me.
Awesome.
I just felt like God was cleaning me up before allowing me to blow up, you know, my comedy and all that good stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's like I done been there, done that. What's next? Can't nobody give me this, that, or that, because I done had it, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And back then, if God had blessed me, I just say, I'm glad my mother always said God's timing ain't your timing, because if it wasn't, I would have already been rich, famous, and broke.
Yes.
But on today, I can truly say I ain't sold my soul, my gold in my mouth, or my hole. Come on now, I just been waiting on him. And you know what, sister, all joking aside, well, there wasn't no joke either, but all joking aside, to be honest with you, if God don't do nothing else for me, he have truly done enough.
Yes.
And when I say that, allowing me to live to see all 4 of my children get grown.
Yes.
11 beautiful grandbabies.
Wow, what's up?
You know what I'm saying? And I'm in my right mind, even though so many say I'm crazy. And my health ain't at 100, but it ain't failing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then I just was on the phone while on my interview saying that my home have been approved. You know, I ain't buying it, But I was out here, I've been back to Arkansas like 8 months now, and it's been a headache trying to find somewhere to live. Thank God for my daughter-in-law and my son. But Mama used to always say, ain't nothing like your own, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
And for that lady to call me and tell me it's all good now, that means something too, because that's another thing I've been praying about.
Yes. Awesome. That's
and
awesome.
So I can say I'm not homeless, which I came home and wasn't homeless. Thank God for that. Yeah. And mention of homeless, you know, when I was in California and Vegas, I seen people laid out everywhere, under bridges, side of buildings.
It's out of control.
On my stairway, everywhere. But when I tell you, being back home, I haven't seen nobody laid out nowhere, sister.
Really?
That's because at the end of the day, no matter how these people cut up, they know they can go somewhere and get on somebody's couch or floor.
Mm-hmm.
And people back home, they gonna love you in spite of.
Yes.
I'm like, wow.
Yes, indeed.
I've been just driving around looking for them. I ain't seen nobody. Maybe they're in another part of Arkansas, but these parts I'm in, I ain't seen it.
Wow.
And I've been just thanking God. And like 8 months ago, I put everything in my car that would fit. I was in Las Vegas for 4 years. And I drove 21 long hours, me and the good Lord, by ourselves. I think he took a nap a couple times.
But you was up.
Come on now, we was taking time. But he was with me.
Wow.
And drove from there to Jacksonville, Arkansas. And when I came home, I didn't play with him. I just started looking for jobs and houses and everything. And you know what, sister? By me being me and tell the truth, because I know truth is what sets you free.
Yes, it does.
When I was doing applications for apartments and all that stuff, them people tell me I was going to get it. Then they run my name and come up with the same information I told them, because ain't nothing done changed for real.
Right.
And then they come up with a reason not to give it to me. And I was crying and praying, and I talked to God, and I was telling him, God, I'm not going to give up on my faith or stop believing in you. And,
that's right.
And I know if you don't do nothing for me, you able, because you have done it so many times.
Yes.
And I was just crying and talking to him, and I had went and called this other number, and the young lady called me back and told me, you know, meet with her to see it and all that stuff. Right after I got off my knees crying and crying out to God. That's why I know he real and he's still alive and well and working.
Absolutely.
And hear our prayer if we believe and trust in him, you know?
That's right.
I'm tearing up now.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's wonderful. You got to keep that faith, right?
Come on now. And that's like I drove my car. I wasn't even able to get no car. Shout out to Mr. Tommy Seeds out in Las Vegas. He at this one car lot out there. Mr. Tommy helped me get this car, you know, paperwork wise.
Right.
Then this young man walked in and said, "You got anything to put down on it?" I said, "No." He said, "You mind if I run your name and see can I get you something?" And he got a little something, and it was enough to put down on that car.
Nice.
And that's been over a year now. And I put everything that would fit in my car and drove home. And thank God that I brought my car home. That way, it's still in good shape and everything. And I just changed my plates. And God been making a way out of no way for me to make my payment. Everything is up to date, my insurance and everything. I'm just thankful for everything.
Yes, amen.
And like I say, I didn't come home needing nobody to take me nowhere or do nothing for me, you know, for real.
True blessings, right?
Yep. And then they want everybody asking me, why did you go back to Arkansas? Why you go back home? I said, well, honey, it's best to come home than to be homeless.
That's right.
I could have been laid out under the bridge with them people in Vegas because,
Exactly.
you know, I had started gambling. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. But I knew there wasn't nothing I wanted to do.
Right.
so sometimes you have to move around, you know.
Right. So you in Arkansas now?
Oh, baby, yes, and loving it. And it feels so good when I do a show and they say, all the way from Arkansas, comedian Miss Arkansas. You know, instead of all the way from Vegas, Miss Arkansas. No, them two different states.
Don't be confusing stuff. Give me that microphone.
Yes. So, yes, I'm back in Arkansas, and God is doing so much. Like I told him, you can live anywhere, you know, and still travel around the world.
Yes, indeed. What's the weather in Arkansas? Because it's 37 degrees in New York City.
Well, it ain't cold today, but it's been doing a lot of raining. And I put on Facebook yesterday, I see why now California and Las Vegas was praying for rain. We get it all.
Yeah, right.
You know, but it's all good. Like I say, the love of my family and friends and stuff here, the handful of them, that's more than the rain.
Yes,
you know?
Yes, good to be home. Right? Yes.
Come on now, and plus I've learned you can't enjoy the sunshine without the rain.
Sure,
you always got sunshine, you're going to get tired of that.
I'm trying to tell you.
So thank God for the rain. So
wow,
yes, it really feel good to be back home. And like my brother said, he said it was time for you to come home.
Yes.
Because I lived in St. Louis, Missouri for 9 years. I lived in Dallas, well, not Dallas, but California. Jesus help me. Texas for 1 year. I lived in California for 12 in Southern and 1 in Northern. And then, like I said, I lived in Vegas for 4 years.
Wow.
So I had been gone a long time, you know.
Yes.
And I felt like God wanted me to go those places and then come back home.
Wow. So what's new? What's next, I should say? What's next for you?
Well, moving in my place.
Moving in your place. You got that. We got that line. Yes. So
well, I like saying if God say the same, because we don't know what's going to happen today, let alone tomorrow.
Yes.
But if he say the same, I have 5 or 7 shows at the Looney Bin in Little Rock, Arkansas. That's January the 11th through the 15th. And then I don't know who else gonna be on book me within that month, because it's like I'm a fireman or a police officer. I'm on call.
Yes.
February the 4th, God say the same, I will be in Tupelo, Mississippi.
Nice.
With my boy Chestnut. He did Comic View on BET. So I'll be with him. And then back in October the 8th to be exact, on my daddy, brother, grandbaby, and so many more birthdays. That's why I chose that date. I did a real big show in Blytheville, Arkansas at the Ritz Civic Center. And I had some of my amazing friends and family with me. And I did that. Shout out to KJM 93.9 FM. They supported me and helped me, made it happen. KLEK 102.5 out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. They helped me, made it happen. And the young man Marcus with Curry newspaper, he put a big old article in the paper about me. He said it wasn't about comedy, it was about redemption.
Yes.
So that was really touching. So God say the same. February the 18th, I'm returning to the Ritz Civic Center doing a big show. 2 of the comedians returning with me. Really 3, because I'm letting my brother do his thing, because I gave him like 2 minutes. And he showed out on them 2 minutes. Then he told the host, he said, "Man, this is my sister show. I ain't giving you no mic." He said, "I'm gonna do 90 minutes. I said, "No, you ain't." I said, "Turn the mic off and turn the music on." He started laughing and gave him the mic. So I actually put him on the show this time.
That's cool.
He go by Mr. Right or Wrong. So every time I do a show at home, I allow him to be on my show.
That's nice.
Because he is so hilarious. But God say the same. We got a big show February the 18th at the Ritz Civic Center. So I'm calling all of Blytheville and surrounding areas to come out. We almost sold it out in October, so I'm just trusting God it's going to be sold out in February.
That's awesome.
You know, if God allow and the weather permits and all that good stuff, and everyone's still alive and in their good health and good mind, you know, that's how I'm looking at it, because other than that, that would be the only thing that cancel my show.
Yes. Is it hard to write material?
Well, sister, when I started over 30 years ago, I did write. I wrote for like 5 years.
Right.
Now I don't write. I just jot stuff down.
Right.
If I see something, I'll jot something down, and that'll bring it back to my remembrance what I was thinking about. Then I make a joke out of it. Or I can look at something or somebody and make a joke. And let me say this too. I don't just pick people out to talk about to try to get a laugh.
I was getting ready to ask you that.
Right. I feel people come to enjoy the show, not be the show.
Right.
And if I do say something about someone, they can laugh with everyone.
Right.
And that's why they love me everywhere I go. Thank God again for that.
Right. Yeah. Because do you think comedians is that the quickest way out, the quickest way to, like, do your comedy, to start getting on the audience instead of just coming up with some material?
Well, that's a quick way to get knocked out if you say something about the wrong person.
Right. Right. That is true.
But like I said, you don't know what someone is going through.
Right.
And I done met so many people say they don't like going to comedy shows because of that.
Especially sitting in the front.
Right. And I always explain to them, I say, I can't speak for the other comedians, but I can guarantee you that I'm not going to do it. And most of the comedians I perform with, I can truly say they don't do that either.
That's cool. Yeah.
You know, so if you ever go to a show that on my own or with others, you can guarantee you're going to have a really good time, because my comedian friends, they what's happening. And once God bless me with this big check I'm waiting on, you know,
yeah,
I believe He gonna bless me with a big. He gonna bless me with a big check. I'm just waiting for it to be cleared.
Absolutely.
You know, I see it spiritually.
Yes.
But
you know what I want to ask you?
You
have mentioned that Monique wrote the check out, but
baby, let me tell you,
she put the wrong name.
She put the right name. She just spelled it wrong. So I did, sister, since I used to be a criminal many years ago.
A long time ago.
Come on now. I fixed it and I took it to her bank and cashed it.
Okay, there you go.
But I love how God worked again. He showed me I was not a criminal because I didn't add no extra zero. Come on now. Yes. So
that was awesome.
So I fixed that. So that really wasn't no problem. I fixed it and it got cash.
There you go.
And I kept it for a souvenir because I knew I wasn't getting nothing from it.
Yes. Frame that one. Let me frame the receipt. That's what's up.
But yes, I just did 5 shows with Melanie Camacho.
Nice.
Shout out to Melanie. She also had me in her movie called Boosters LA. You can find that on Tubi and it's free.
Nice.
And she didn't just have me in it, baby. I seen me in it like 5 times. So
Get out of here.
I should have been on the flyer.
Superstar.
In the credits or something. You know what I'm saying?
That's all right. That's coming soon. That's coming soon.
Oh, I ain't tripping. I thank God for Melanie. She's a real good friend of mine. And I went to a show she was on with Martin Lawrence, and that's another person I wanted to meet. And she made it happen for me to come in the back to see him and get my picture with him. That's all I be wanting for real, sister, my photo.
There you go.
Because I feel if I never meet them, I still end up performing on whatever stage they've been on.
Yes.
Regardless if it's my show or somebody else's show.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So where can we find Miss Cynthia, aka Comedian Miss Arkansas. Where can we find you at?
Well, first of all, if you're going to find me as Cynthia, you can find me on Cash App, Zelle, Venmo.
Go to the nearest Chase.
Right. But Comedian Miss Arkansas, you can find me. I really want people to go over to my Instagram and help me get those numbers back up. Because my other Instagram page, I got it hacked. A lot of people say it got hacked. I got it hacked. Because that young man told me he was going to send me some money. When your spirit tell you something, trust your spirit.
Trust the spirit.
Because I'm telling you, my spirit told me that wasn't right. But the man convinced me that it was real. He said, I just sent you a link, what it say or something. And he told me to, however he did it, sister. 5 seconds later, I couldn't get in my Instagram.
Oh, damn.
Then somebody just told me the other day that they job giving away some money on Facebook in my DM, and they on my one friend page. She already told me this page is hacked.
Right.
So they talking about just drop your Cash App information.
Nah, that'd be scams.
Oh, baby, I text them back. I said, no, that's how my that's how my Instagram got hacked. Thank you anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And then blocked them.
Oh,
But, you know, I feel if somebody want to send me some money, they going to send it in the mail.
Yeah. Get going on to the check cash in places.
Come on now, or put it in my hand, or Walmart or something. But I ain't got time to be hacked and all that stuff.
Exactly.
You know, I ain't doing dirty, so I don't need dirt being done to me.
Exactly.
But they can go over to Instagram and follow me. It's gonna be Miss Arkansas Comedy. Not Comedian Miss Arkansas, Miss Arkansas Comedy.
Okay.
And I do follow back. But if you ain't got but one picture, one follower, I might not follow you back till you get your stuff together.
Get yourself together.
Because you might be up to something too.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you got followers, it ain't got to be millions of them. But if you got followers and I see you building your page up, I don't have a problem with following you back also.
There you
Or
go.
tell me you heard me on this podcast.
That's right.
And I will gladly follow you back.
That's right. And
So,
where you at on Facebook?
Yes, over on Instagram. My Facebook page, the one that say Cynthia, that one I already have is 5,000. But you can gladly go over on my Comedian Miss Arkansas page and follow that one, and you know, and I'll follow you back over there also. I also have a comedy special on YouTube. It's called the Comedy Cube, CUBE. It got over 25,000 views right now, but I'm asking for 125,000. So if they would gladly go over there and watch that, you could turn it on and go in your kitchen and wash dishes. I don't care as long as it get that view.
Yes.
But I don't like it for real, because they went and found all them little college children, and that wasn't for them.
Right.
You know, they gave me their little chuckles. My comedy is for grown people. But if you pay me to do a kids show, I got that for them too. But that one wasn't for them.
Right, yeah.
So go over on YouTube and, you know, view that and help the views get up over there at Comedy Cube, and subscribe and all that good stuff. And then, like I say, if they got something going on, I don't have a problem with supporting them back. And Instagram, I already told them about that. TikTok, you can follow me over there. Just pretty much Google me, Bing me, book me, and pay me.
Pay me.
You know, if they Google me, 5 white women gonna show up, Michael Jackson and me. I don't know why Michael in there. I figured the women is with the beauty pageant.
Yes, yes.
Which I could have did that too, but you know, people always tell me about an audition or something like that the day before it expire or after it expires, so I can't be a part.
Right.
And I'm okay with that too, you know?
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it, sister.
Oh, that is cool, man. This is so good. I really enjoyed this interview.
I normally tell them when they ask me how they can follow me, I normally hit my little rap. I told them my name is Arkansas, represent the South. I got me a goal in my mouth. In case you don't know, take a closer look. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And my Twitter is Miss Arkansas 09.
There you go. What?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Wow, this has truly been a blessing,
yes,
man.
it has.
Follow me anytime because I'm always coming up with new stuff because God is always doing a new thing. You hear me?
Yes, and I'll definitely have to have you back on this show. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, baby,
awesome.
Wait till you start going live with your videos, baby.
Man, listen.
So they can see that gold tooth and ain't no telling which wig I'm going to have on.
That's all good. I thank you so much, Miss Arkansas. This is awesome. I really appreciate
you can't let me go yet. You know what?
What you
gotta let me at least give your fans one joke.
Go ahead. We ready.
I'm gonna give them two. I'm gonna give one for the church. I'm gonna give one for the church people and the sinners.
Okay.
No, I hope ain't no sinners on here. Hope they working on themselves. The one for the church people. I told them it was this one preacher. I don't want to tell them. Let me see what I want to tell you. I told him it was this one preacher looked like James Brown, so everywhere he go, them women come running. They said, James Brown. He get upset. Ain't no James Brown. He did a real big convention. Here the women's come again. James Brown. Ain't no James Brown. He went up to his room. A lady got in there some kind of way. She laying there looking all pretty. She said, James Brown. He would get ready and say, ain't no James Brown. He looked at her. He said, oh, I feel good. I knew that I would.
Oh, he was James Brown then.
Come on now. And then this what I call my free joke. I told him my little nephew told his daddy. He said, Daddy, the little girl down the street trying to holler at me. He said, what's her name? He said, Becky. He says, her mother name Sally. He said, yes, sir. He said, boy, you can't mess with her. That's your sister. I cheated on your mom with Sally. So a few weeks later, he met another little girl. Got all excited, ran telling Daddy. Daddy claimed that's his sister, too. When his mama got home, he was looking all sad. She said, boy, what's wrong with you? He said, I met two girls. She said, that should make you happy. That shouldn't make you sad. He said, well, Daddy said I can't mess with them. They're my sister. She said, boy, go on get with them girls. That ain't even your daddy. And I removed the cursing. So, see, I ain't got to just curse. Cursing ain't what make it funny. You know?
Yes, I know. People don't realize that, but it's all good.
And ain't nothing wrong with it. Long as every word ain't no curse word.
Yes.
And it ain't them big old Bernie Mac words, because I watch people too in the comedy show, the audience, how they squinch and move and frown and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Some people can't take all of that.
Yeah.
Because they working so hard on trying to get themselves right with God.
Yes.
And when you got God's spirit, baby, it ain't gonna let just know anything go on up in you.
Right.
That's probably why I ain't got no boyfriend now.
That's all right. You take care of what you gotta take care of.
I ain't tripping. I already put on. Look, I ain't tripping. I already put on Facebook said, God, I ain't rushing you for my soulmate, but can you please send me the tracking number so I can see where he at?
So I know they there.
Come on now, I know he on the way or something.
Wow, this is awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. This have truly made my day. You know?
You definitely got to come back now.
I will anytime, sister. Now I got everything hooked up and plugged up, and now I can just come on in.
Yes, and congratulations to your house. I really happy for you.
Oh, and all that's listening, y'all heard me say I put everything in my car and drove down here, so that means I ain't got nothing for my house. So y'all can bless me and send it to her, and she'll send it to me.
That's right. That's right.
And remember, anything is better than nothing.
There you go. There you go.
And God say you have not, cause you ask not. So I'm not gonna let my pride get in the way.
There you go, sis.
Yep.
That's
but thank
awesome.
you. God bless you.
Yes.
And just know I'm only a phone call away.
Thank you, sis. And I just want to let everybody out there that's listening, you gotta live, laugh, love yourself first, because you can't love anything or anyone unless you love yourself first. Stay healthy, stay focused, keep God number one in your life, and hold your family just a little bit tighter. Love you, mommy and daddy, forever. Thank you, Miss Arkansas. God bless you, sis.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas to everybody.
Miss Arkansas. Cut it. What's up, y'all? Welcome to my show at the Comedy Cube. Give it up for that. And all you guys that's been following me for 100 years know that I always have to get a few out the way for the church people. So y'all know how some of those preachers blow on you and push you down? They did this lady like that. She got up and threw her cane away, said she could walk. It was a young man standing in line waiting to be prayed for. He said, "Son, you believe in God?" He said, "Yes, sir." "You believe he can heal you?" "Yes, sir." "Son, what do you need prayer for today?" That young man said, "My hearing." He said, "Put your hands on your ears and let me pray for you." He blew on him and pushed him down. That young man got up. He said, "Son, how's your hearing now?" That boy said, "Sir, I won't know till I go to court Tuesday." He prayed for the wrong hearing, y'all.
Yay! Oh, thank you.
That concludes this episode of Listen Up, Listen In with your host, Preezy. Hey, yo, Preezy, tell them how to keep in touch, baby.
Go to Instagram, Listen Up, Listen In 5687, and on Facebook, Listen Up, Listen In. You can also email me at listenuplistenin5687@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, by following me on social media, you'll be able to see all the platforms my podcast is on. Wherever you consume my podcast, hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when a new episode is posted. Rate, review, and share this podcast.
Listen up, listen in, listen